WrestleMania.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Chet-Plex Wrestling Podcast here on Spartan Stream. And
we're evolving.
Yeah, we got a brand new logo, getting it debuted here on this episode. Kind of a celebration of 700 downloads.
700 downloads.
Since the inception of the show back in 2017 with me and Cody. We've had 700 downloads. I mean, it's been insane. It's been a fun journey.
3 years, man.
Yeah, and it's continuing to move on, and we're excited for it. So, yeah, brand new logo. It looks awesome. I like it a lot.
I do like it. Walk in and look at this.
Yeah.
Trying to move up in the world.
Yeah. So today's episode is going to be a talk on kind of just what we're going to expect at WrestleMania after NXT TakeOver, after the Saudi Arabia show, and after Elimination Chamber that will be happening. We're filming this here on Thursday. That'll be happening on Sunday, so see what happens there. But kind of somewhat expected on what's going to happen at the Chamber, so we'll have to wait and see. But this is going to be, our prediction, so to speak, is what we might see. We'll have a prediction show later once we know what all's going to be happening, but for now it's kind of where the stories are set, what's expected to happen. But first we're gonna talk about something. In the last show we flipped the title over because of a fantastic Rumble and a good idea of having Drew McIntyre win the Royal Rumble, setting up that amazing match with Brock that'll be happening at Mania.
We were at that point also where Charlotte and Rhea Ripley were getting set up. So that match looked really good. So you convinced me. It took a lot of convincing, but you did it.
Yeah.
And this was your idea. Like, this isn't me. For people watching this, this was not my idea.
But you're going with it.
I agreed.
So let's talk about main event versus main event.
Can we skip it?
No. The main event of Saudi Arabia, Super Showdown, Goldberg and The Fiend. It had the makings to be a decent 5-minute match until the end when they ruined it. Won't get into that just yet. Revolution, you have Jon Moxley and Chris Jericho. That may not have been the best match that either of them have put on since being in AEW, but it was a heck of a lot better than the main event at Saudi Arabia. And the result is way better than what happened in afar.
The one is for the long run.
Yes.
The other one is for WrestleMania, and that'll be it.
Yeah, so Goldberg picking up the Universal title against The Fiend, basically taking everything The Fiend has built up and having the Big Bad Wolf come in and blow it all down.
Yeah.
That's all this is. Also reminiscent of when Kevin Owens had the title.
Yep.
And Goldberg came in, held it for a month, lost it to Brock. Except this time, Goldberg's going to lose it to Roman.
Yeah.
Now they could pull a swerve and have Goldberg keep it. I don't know, but I don't see it happening. Well, who knows? But yeah, just way to kill a character.
My old history teacher back in high school said, history does not repeat itself, but it can take a different form of it.
Yeah, and that's what this has done. I mean, again, same scenarios kind of with Kevin Owens, but again, you take a character that has been built up so much and you just kick the legs right out from under it.
When I read, I get the Bleacher Report, the team stream, and I saw that Goldberg won, my heart sank through the floor.
Yeah, it's just...
I was like, what? And my sweet mate, he's also a big wrestling fan. I said, Goldberg beat The Fiend. And he looked at me with the shocked look on his face, like his jaw hit the floor.
Yeah,
That was the best thing going on for the WWE is The Fiend.
Yeah.
And then they just spit on it. And you know what? Let's go with Goldberg, a guy that was a rival with us for years with WCW.
And a match that we'll talk about later is one that I think should have been for the Universal title.
Yeah.
We'll get to that in a sec. But yeah, I mean, then you look at this. Moxley winning the AEW World Championship. Brilliant move.
Well, I give it to you that it wasn't the best match. But it was the storytelling was good.
Yeah.
Jericho has his inner circle. Jericho was a ruthless champion. Well, Moxley been unstoppable since he's joined the AEW, and then at the very end pulls off that eye patch. and then won the match. And I was like, you know what? That was great for the title to change hands like that. For this, it was like, okay, well, what do we do now?
Well, I'm not even going to call it jackhammer. It was just a suplex. I mean, it was just bad. It was just bad.
He's like, how old is Goldberg? Like 50 something?
Something like that. He's up there. He's early 50s.
Poor Bray Wyatt.
God, just way to kill a character. So because of that, we talk about the ups and downs of WWE.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We'll see what happens at the Chamber, which nothing really is going to change there for the most part, I would say. So right now, Mania is the saving grace, if it can do that, and we'll get into that as well toward the end of the podcast about what how WWE can do, come WrestleMania season against competition and storytelling like this.
Yeah,
we'll have to wait and see. So let's talk about this match here. Set up Goldberg versus Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship.
How many times are they going to throw Roman Reigns in a rivalry with people that are past their prime?
Well, how many fingers you got?
10.
Probably more than that. And I just... The
Undertaker the 1 year.
Yeah.
And then who did he face last year? Because I know, was that the time when he was out with his leukemia?
Yeah.
Okay, so he didn't wrestle at Mania. And now he's facing Goldberg for the Universal Championship, saying, I'm next.
And I mean...
Deja vu.
To me, the only way this works is if it's Goldberg's last match. If this is
then why is it a title match?
If this is the retirement match for Goldberg, goes out on top after puts Roman back, he goes out, he's the champion, loses the championship, but he's going to be known as his last match was for the Universal Championship. That's him as champion.
Why does it matter?
And I don't know.
Why does it matter?
I don't like having someone like Goldberg in a championship match, especially a world championship match like this one.
Well, especially with the Fiend having it, it had prestige to it, and I thought for sure. I was like, the Fiend is going to hold this championship to WrestleMania, and I still have question marks if he was going to win or not.
Yeah, and...
I thought for sure, like, you and me discussed this. We said, Fiend, Roman Reigns. That would have been the perfect match for it.
Yeah.
You have the unstoppable force as the Fiend, and the immovable object as Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
People would have watched that. But now I feel like I have to go to the retirement home to watch this.
This is, I don't know, and it's not going to be that good of a match. I mean, you can just tell.
Spear after spear after spear.
Yeah.
Superman punches, jackhammers.
Like, it's just going to be big moves. We're not going to see a wrestling match.
It's going to be 5 minutes, tops.
Yeah. Yeah.
It won't be a main event.
It'll be
towards the bottom.
Yeah, and it'll be much like Goldberg and Brock. That's kind of how it's going to feel. And yeah, I'd say this would be middle of the card, if not one of the last 3 or 4.
Well, I feel like, I know we're going to discuss this, but the entire WrestleMania card looks like they went to the retirement home, Hall of Famers, and said, you know what? One more match for the heck of it, right?
Yeah.
Let's look.
Now, and then, so this is the match we didn't want.
But we're going to
get. And this is the match I wanted for the Universal Championship. Because you have the unstoppable Fiend versus John Cena, who, if this would have been the match, he could have, the idea of him winning his 17th, become the most of all time. And, no, we're just going to have that non-title. That's just going to be there. John Cena's going to show up, and the Fiend's going to be like, oh, hi, I want to wrestle you. And John's just going to tip the hat, and that's how it's going to be.
Well, I think what they wanted to do was Cena to win the title, but he probably signed on for another movie, so he probably can't commit to it. So they probably panicked and said, we already have this already set up. Might as well just give Goldberg the championship and have Roman win it at Mania.
Yeah, I would much rather have had Roman Reigns versus The Fiend or this for the Universal Championship. Not what we're getting. This will be a good match. I think their match, the last match they had at Mania when he was Bray Wyatt, was good.
Yeah.
This one I think could be a lot more fun just with the idea of The Fiend.
Yeah.
But this match would be so much more if it was for the Universal title.
I think it'd be a great match as long as John uses an AA. If he does that,
yes.
What was that punch?
I don't know.
What do they call it?
I don't pay it. He only used it once.
He did it once in Saudi Arabia, and that was it.
Yeah.
I miss John Cena. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I miss him, but at the same time,
big match
if
of
they're
John.
gonna use him, they gotta do it right.
Well, that's the thing. Like, even if Cena like Cena's probably gonna win this match. Let's be honest here. If the Fiend lost to Goldberg,
At this point, yeah, with the Fiend losing to Goldberg, anything's possible.
His nickname is Big Match John.
Big Match
John
John,
does
yeah.
not lose, especially at WrestleMania in Tampa Bay, and probably the most sold out WrestleMania because they seem to break the record every year. I don't know how they do it.
Well, those numbers are fudged.
That's true.
They crunch
Inflated.
the numbers on
You mean
there.
inflated?
Inflate the number. Yeah, whatever. They, yeah. Anywho, so yeah, we're getting that. It'll be a fun match, but it would be so much better with the Universal title. Moving on, again, that's confirmed. Next confirmed, this one right here, Brock Lesnar and Drew McIntyre. This
has big match feel.
Oh,
big
yes.
fight feel.
Oh, yes.
Like a couple weeks ago, I watched the Fury versus Wilder fight.
Yep.
This is gonna be close to it. I think.
Yeah. This one will be a very fun match. This will be at the top of the card, no doubt. Probably the second or third to go. I don't know if it'll be the main event.
I think it'll be the main event.
I don't know.
I just realized that the belt still says Kofi.
Oh, on that belt?
Yeah,
Oh,
on the
yeah.
nameplate. But in all honesty, if they don't let McIntyre win, that belt will stay like that for probably till next year.
Yeah, and it's
Next
just
school year.
another example of sweeping the legs. These Russian leg sweeps to all these stars are hurting.
Well, it's like the WWE can't embrace the present.
Yeah.
And they keep holding on to the past. I don't want Lesnar as champion. I don't want Goldberg as champion. Give me the new guys. Give me Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
This guy was garbage with 3MB, left, came back, and he's unstoppable.
He was garbage in 2010.
That's true.
That
was with 3MB.
Yeah, and my goodness, I don't know. But yeah, this will be a fun match. I'm really looking forward to this match. It's not going to be a long one by any means, but it's going to be a fun, I'll say 10 minutes,
I'll have to say Suplex City is in the center of Claymore Country.
Yeah. I like that. But yeah, this one will be fun. Can't wait. Other confirmed.
Yes.
Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair. This one, oh my goodness. This one will be fun. Yeah. Of all the women's matches, this one is pushing the top for my favorite to watch.
This will probably be somewhere towards the bottom of the main event.
Yeah, it'll be up there. I think the other one will be higher than this one though, but we'll see. But yeah, this one, I think I'm looking forward to this one.
So what happens if Charlotte does win and becomes NXT Women's Champion?
She's on NXT.
I'm about to say, does she just go to NXT?
Yeah.
Okay. And then she loses to someone else?
Gotta get that ratings boost on Wednesday nights.
That's true. And she is... Well, Becky's got Raw locked down.
Oh, yeah.
But SmackDown needs someone, in my opinion.
Yeah, and... Yeah. But yeah, this is gonna be fun. Cannot wait.
I definitely...
To me, this feels like Brock Lesnar and Drew McIntyre, except the roles are a little bit reversed.
Yeah.
This is how it feels, and I'm excited. Rhea's gonna win this one, I think.
Yeah, like I said,
now,
I don't feel like it's good to keep Charlotte in NXT.
Yeah, I think it's a good publicity stunt to get some ratings, but based on the ratings, it's not really working. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. This will be a fun match. I can't wait. Now this brings us to our toss-ups. These are not confirmed, but basically confirmed.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think it's kind of obvious Shayna's going to be winning the Elimination Chamber on Sunday. She'll go on to face Becky. Edge and Orton. After Orton RKO's Beth Phoenix on Raw, yeah, this is happening. You got Undertaker and AJ. Taker winning the...
What was that even? I was about to ask
trophy battle royal that he didn't even take the trophy. He just showed up. One choke slam. Beats AJ Styles. And so that's happening. And yeah, the women's title for SmackDown, I'm still a toss-up. I think the best bet's going to be Sasha.
That was my best guess.
I'm still a little bit more for the Alexa side, but I feel like that's going to be with the tag team titles. We'll see, but yeah.
Well, then here's my question for you. Does Sasha become the baby face, or does Bayley? Because you can't have two heels.
It'll be Sasha.
You can't have two heels.
It'll be
for
Sasha.
The SmackDown Women's Champion.
Bayley's too far in for her.
She's doing a good job.
Yeah.
I'll give her that.
Yeah, it'll be Sasha to be the face on that one. But yeah, these ones, like I said, all but confirmed. I mean, this is where we're at. They're They just got to put it, check it.
Well,
we're good.
Here's my thing: if Sasha and Bayley can put on a performance like they did at NXT Takeover in Brooklyn years ago,
oh yes,
this could steal. This is the potential. This is my dark horse to steal the show.
Oh yeah,
that's a dark horse. If Edge acts like he did when he got RKO'd, like his neck was hurting him, I had to shut it off and walk away for a minute. And I don't know how I feel about AJ Undertaker. I still believe it should be AJ Shawn, but that's just my business. And then
you're still hopeful on that.
You've
been on that one since
last year.
I
still pray every night, Chris.
Gosh, I tell you, you've been on that since what? Crown Jewel last year.
Yeah, when he came back. When Shawn came back in the DX versus Brothers of Destruction match.
Jeez.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, these ones. This is the path we're heading on. Like the only toss up for me is just the SmackDown Women's Title. That one, it's looking like Sasha, but again, it could be someone like Carmella, could be Lacey again, and it could be Alexa. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. But that's kind of where I'm at.
Those 4 matches look pretty solid.
Yeah, these are all solid matches. Yeah. This one
has a good story.
This has a really good story. The question will be is if this is the second match for Seth Rollins or if the Raw title is not going to be defended, the tag titles, or if they lose the tag titles at Elimination Chamber to the Street Profits. That could happen.
What they could just simply do is just have them defend them against the Street Profits and then have Kevin Owens interfere.
Yeah.
And then that's what sets up the match.
Yeah, so this, and who knows, this could even be a tag team title match with Seth and Murphy versus Kevin and, say, Samoa Joe or somebody. It could be that for the tag titles. Who knows?
Don't get me excited now.
Somehow, these two are going to face each other, whether it be a one-on-one, tag team, who knows. Somehow, these two meet at WrestleMania. In my opinion, I think that's, to me, that'll bring in some good mid-card stuff.
In my opinion, Kevin Owens wins.
Yeah.
In my opinion. I think they want to build him up, and that's why they put him in a rivalry with Seth Rollins, who's trying to take over as like the captain or the leader of Raw after the whole Survivor Series thing went horrible.
But yeah, this one...
They've been building this one up for a long time.
If this happens, this will be fun. Whether it be tag or one-on-one, this will be fun. There's the thing. A lot of these matches have the potential to be heck of fun.
So here's the question I have to ask. Will this match be a normal match, or could it be like an Extreme
I would say
Rules
this
match?
would be no disqualification.
That's what I would go with.
If they're going to do a no disqualification match, which usually happens at least once at WrestleMania, it'll be this one. Yep.
These two guys could pull it off.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
This one would be fun.
Have Kevin Owens beat the other.
Yeah. So, but again, this one not confirmed, but the way the story's going, it's likely. It's likely. So that brings us to these. These, I have no idea what's going to happen with these. You got the SmackDown tag with Miz and Morrison. You got the women's tag. You've got the Intercontinental with Braun. Then you got the U.S. title with Andrade. I see the Intercontinental being a, say, fatal 4-way maybe. U.S. title, I could see it being a ladder match. Tag titles, probably both of them. I see them being multiple tags. I just don't. I don't see them being one-on-one because I think at this point, like I said, Mania, they just try to get as many people as they can. Tag team titles, best way to do that. I think it'll be multi-tag team tag title matches.
What are they doing an Elimination Chamber? Aren't they?
Yep, they're doing an Elimination Chamber too.
Here's my opinion. I think that Miz and Morrison will lose them, and then it'll be Miz.
You think you're gonna lose them already?
Yes, and I think it'll be Miz versus Morrison at Mania. Because why not? It'd be a good match, in my opinion.
I could see that. The only thing is there's already a lot of singles matches.
That's true.
So I don't know if... I feel like that would be more something that comes to a head at SummerSlam.
Yeah, okay.
Give it more time to build.
Yeah.
But, I mean, who knows? It could happen there as well. But, yeah, these are just kind of the toss-ups. You know, these are the titles that always just get thrown into something. There's usually no build-up to these titles at all.
That's true. Well, I agree with the lighter match for the United States Championship. It would be Andrade, Rey Mysterio...
Humberto probably get in there and just throw in some others as well. But
the Intercontinental Championship.
I see that being a fatal 4-way.
I could see that being a ladder match. Like a 6-man ladder.
Two ladder matches?
Maybe not. Maybe fatal 4-way with Shinsuke, Braun, Sami Zayn, and Cesaro.
Yeah, and then I could also see like someone like Daniel Bryan, Sheamus get thrown in there maybe.
Yeah. I don't know what they're doing with Daniel Bryan. They haven't done anything with him in a while.
Who knows?
But in my opinion, Braun wins because they owe him so much from all the great matches he's been put on throughout the years, and then they finally gave him the IC championship.
Here's my problem with Braun. No one cares.
That's true.
Do you care that Braun has the Intercontinental title? Do you care about the Intercontinental title?
In my opinion,
Yeah.
personally, yes. The Intercontinental Championship is my favorite over the U.S.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, I'll give you that. But, I mean, just right now, like, are you thinking, Intercontinental title?
Well, because they don't put anyone on it.
Yeah.
That's worth talking about. Like, when Cena left the main title picture, he went back to the U.S. title and they gave it relevance. And they had the U.S. Open title, like, every Raw. Mm-hmm. So it got some heat. Like, Kevin Owens, the one time came out with the NXT Championship and faced him.
Yeah.
It was a great match. They need to do that. They need to get a star to be able to downgrade to the Intercontinental Championship and then give it some star power.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like, okay, Shinsuke, we haven't really cared since NXT. Cesaro could have potential, but they don't do anything with him. Mm-hmm. And then Sami Zayn, I guess.
Yeah.
He's been more of a jobber than anything.
As far as SmackDown goes, I can see Miz and Morrison, New Day, maybe the Usos, but I don't know. And then women's tag, if anything, it'll be Alexa and Nikki if they don't go Alexa and Bayley. It'll be Alexa and Nikki winning those.
I'm not even going to lie to you. Who even has the titles right now?
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you. Last time I heard it was Alexa and Nikki Cross, and that was it.
I think they still have them.
Do they still have them?
Hey, Siri. Who is the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions?
Thank God for Google.
Here's what I found.
It is...
We're waiting.
We're cutting this out. Oh, it's Kabuki Warriors.
Who?
It's Asuka and Kairi.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Asuka and Kairi.
Okay.
That shows you how bad.
They're good. I don't know. They brought him out, and it seemed like a great idea at the time. Gave him the Becky and Sasha, and then they lost him within like 2 or 3 months.
Yeah.
They lost him at Mania.
Yeah.
And we both just sat here. We're like, okay, well, I guess the tag team that looked like the most powerful of all of them are already not champions. And that's when Sasha left for a while, and then came back.
So yeah, with the women's tag, I see probably Alexa and Nikki. Like I said, if they don't go with Alexa and Bayley for the SmackDown Women's title, it'll be Alexa and Nikki probably taking it off the Kabuki Warriors. We'll see. United States title, Andrade's got it. He'll probably lose it though after his suspension. Who knows? We'll see. It'll be a ladder match most likely.
Right, and he won't lose clean.
No.
If it is a singles match, because if he goes to
if he's not going to wrestle clean, they're not going to let him lose it clean.
Oh Lord.
So this is the ultimate question. How much of an impact does AEW have on WWE? How much of an impact does the AEW fan base? How much does AEW pay-per-views? How much does AEW in general? How much does that impact WWE? This will be the biggest test for AEW. How is it going to compete against WWE come WrestleMania? The end of March, beginning of April will be the toughest time for AEW. However, AEW has led every single Wednesday night except maybe 2 against NXT. And that's including having Charlotte on there. That they have won every single week. Their pay-per-views, I'm not exactly sure what their ratings are on the pay-per-views, but I know it's pretty good. And that's with it being $50 to watch.
Let me tell you something. Bottom line, the WWE is trying too hard to please its fans.
Spoiler alert.
It's just how it is. I mean, you're bringing back Goldberg, so you bring back people that watched wrestling in the 90s. You bring back John Cena, so the people that grew up, like you and me, that grew up in the 2000s, go and watch John Cena, because that's our hero.
Yep.
Big Match John. You have Edge and Orton, because we loved Rated RKO.
2010.
Probably the most aggressive, one of the better tag teams of all time.
Yeah.
And it's like, when are we going to get like people from NXT to come up and get in great matches? Like,
I was telling Mario earlier, I said, you remember when Triple H said that they were going to give us what we wanted?
Maybe we didn't want what we wanted.
Yeah, it never happened. That was
That's what's going on.
like not that long ago.
And then AEW. Okay, here's another thing I have a problem with. AEW, they curse, they bleed.
Yes.
That's what we want. We want
PG-13.
big match feels. Like when I watched the boxing fight that I saw a couple weeks ago. Once I saw blood, I was like, okay, this is awesome. Like this is a big fight where like John Moxley was bleeding, Cody Rhodes was bleeding. When's the last time you saw someone on WWE get cut and bleed during the match?
There's been a few. It's just not.
But then like you go back to watch the match
not as
highlights
bad.
and it's in gray.
It's just not as much. I mean, yeah. The blood, as far as WWE goes, you're only going to see that really on pay-per-views.
And it's usually an incident.
And yeah, that's the thing.
Like
it's usually not just from cutting. It's
Right.
usually an accident.
Like Shinsuke Nakamura got his head cut the other day because Strowman body slammed him on top of a piano.
I mean, you think about one of the best moments of the decade was, in my opinion, the Becky Lynch with the broken nose,
Yeah.
blood everywhere.
Right.
I mean, to me that was awesome, but it was an accident.
Well, listen to this. Every time, Nia Jax has never been the same since she did that.
Oh, no.
But every time like a superstar steps up,
Yeah.
they were bleeding. Think right before we went into the Attitude Era, what match defined it going into it?
If I think you're thinking what I'm thinking, it's
Stone
Hart,
Cold and Bret Hart.
Yeah.
When Stone Cold was bleeding in a
and he
sharpshooter.
didn't tap out.
No, he passed out.
Just passed
and
out.
laying in a pool of blood.
Yeah.
People were like, "This guy is something." Becky, like you said, Becky Lynch breaks her nose, bleeding, and she still was fighting, and she's in the middle of the crowd looking back at everyone. Now she's the most popular wrestler in the business.
Yeah. And I mean, that's just a one-time
Look what you're
thing.
wearing.
Exactly. I'm wearing the man
She
shirt.
said, "Tell me a year ago you have bought something like that. If I told you a year ago that Becky Lynch was going to be the biggest name in WWE, would have you believed me?"
Well, she was one of the biggest names.
Okay, 2 years ago.
2 years
ago.
No, I probably where she was in her career, I probably wouldn't have thought that. No.
Now, of John Moxley, he was bleeding and he won the AEW championship. Now we're going to have the picture of him bleeding, crying over the AEW
Yeah.
title.
Yeah.
That's what we want.
And that's the thing. I mean, it's just WWE's biggest problem, I think, against AEW is AEW is really for the wrestling fan.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll just say that now. I mean,
And WWE feels like if you get into wrestling, if you get into this type of wrestling, you already know what WWE is, so you're gonna go check that out.
Yeah.
And then you'd be like, oh, well, this is cool. You're not gonna think any different. Like, oh, this Goldberg guy, like it looks like he's old. You're gonna think this guy's pretty strong. You don't know any better. It's WWE is for these small time fans, where the AEW is for the diehard fans.
Oh yeah.
Like, we saw that firsthand.
Yeah. And I mean, you're not gonna see John Cena come out there and stab his eye in the middle of the ring. No. You're not gonna see that.
Even back in the day, no holds bar matches were common.
Yeah.
Like, use the chairs, sledgehammers, and then like the crazy fights at the end where everyone was getting involved. AEW just pulled that out of the playbook the other day.
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes went out there to help Moxley with the inner circle. I don't get it.
I don't know. It's just like I said. It seems like AEW is just for the wrestling fan. WWE, maybe just for the casual.
One of my favorite moments of the Attitude Era is when everyone was fighting in the middle of the ring, and you hear the glass break, and Stone Cold comes down and stunners everyone.
Oh,
He
yeah.
stuttered everyone.
Oh yeah. I mean,
How do you make a wrestler look strong? By beating everyone else that's in the ring.
yeah, like AEW to me is just fun to watch. WWE stresses me out half the time.
Well, it's inconsistent.
Yeah.
That's the perfect word to describe it. And the worst part, Chris, is they're trying to grow globally. They're going to be like, you know what? AEW's going to stay here in the North American market. We're going to go global. Let's go to Saudi Arabia. Now they go to Saudi Arabia. Now they're pulling guys out from the retirement homes, like we said. So the fans were like, oh, like I get to see Goldberg. I get to see Shawn Michaels wrestle.
Yeah.
And then we're sitting here in America like, so everything we was supporting is gone now?
Yeah. Like I understand you want to get that big big appeal. You want the big names. But
do it with people that are going to be here in 10 years.
When you have to sacrifice good matches for that and sacrifice good storytelling for that, it's not worth it.
Here's my thing. If you're going to grow globally, go with a guy that's going to be there in 6 to 7 years and market him in that area.
Yeah.
Like, use Roman Reigns. Use Seth Rollins. Don't use Goldberg, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, The Undertaker, Kane. Those guys are done. Past their prime. Their prime ended way past their expiration date.
And yeah, I mean, I'm saying it. I mean, this is going to be a tough test for both companies. For WWE, it's going to be a test to, show that they can actually do something right. They've been up and down all so far this whole year. It's been up and down.
They have a bad elevator.
AEW has done a good job at just slowly just climbing up, plateauing a little bit, coming up, plateauing. I mean, they've dropped a little bit in some places, but they pick it up in others. Like, they stay consistent. The biggest test is going to be how much of that consistency helps them, how much of an impact it makes on WrestleMania itself, and just, what is WWE going to do? Are they just going to keep doing what they're doing, or is AEW going to make them do something that the fans actually want?
Well, think about this, Chris. Like, you watch football, right?
Yes.
AEW reminds me of a team that's going to go slowly down the field until they score a touchdown. Where WWE drops back and tries to bomb the ball every time and hope it lands somewhere.
AEW starts at the 25-yard line, and they work up a nice drive.
A nice 8-minute drive and get a touchdown.
WWE starts, they fumble the kickoff return, they starting inside the 10, and they're just heaving it for the heck of it.
Yeah, they're just heaving it, hoping that someone will catch it and take it for a touchdown.
Yeah.
And Becky Lynch did that last year. They were lucky that Becky Lynch stepped up and became the man.
Yeah.
If that weren't for her, what would we be talking about? That belt would be like that all the time.
If they had not capitalized on Becky, this would be a whole different story, I feel like.
Like, WWE does good at WrestleMania for getting the big win for some people, like Daniel Bryan all those years ago. Where, like, a couple years ago, you had Brock Lesnar beat Goldberg at Mania. Why am I watching this?
Yeah.
He won the Universal Championship, held it for a year, and only defended like 5-6 times.
And here's the thing with those types of matches. It's like, oh, yeah, it's fun to watch. Then a minute after, you're like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, especially with that Goldberg-Brock match. I mean, that was fun. Suplexes all around, spears through the ringside, going all over the place.
But what did you get?
And
what was the point?
Exactly.
Every match has to have a point. It's like when you watch a movie, like, what's the point of this movie? What are they trying to tell us? Like, what's the story behind it? Or like Brock and Goldberg, it's like, okay, that was a match that had been fun about 20 years ago.
Yeah. And I don't know. It's interesting.
I want last minute kickouts. I want like big moves, like you said, but I don't want them like constantly shoved down my throat. It's like when you have medicine, you eventually get immune to it. Give me like some good storytelling, like around the ring. Like, I don't want to watch Brock suplex Drew McIntyre 13 times and then McIntyre Claymore kick him and then that's it.
That's it. Yeah. And I mean, like, Undertaker AJ. Oh, a choke slam that wins the whole thing? No, like that doesn't help.
I feel like Undertaker's actually gonna try. Like, he tries every time. He's just way past his prime.
And the thing, he's gonna have to with AJ.
To
me, this match can either really hurt AJ or it can do him good.
I'm concerned that it's gonna limit AJ.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. Undertaker has got to step up. If he doesn't, this is going to hurt AJ, I think.
Right.
Just in terms of athleticism, all that. I mean, yeah, you can hit a phenomenal forearm on Undertaker. You can hit the 450 on Undertaker.
He's not going to be able to do the Styles Clash on him.
You can't. Yeah, yes, that's another thing. Is the Styles Clash is not something you can do on the Undertaker.
Undertaker is 7 foot and he's 300 pounds. Do you think that AJ Styles is like?
I mean, we've seen some crazy Styles clashes, against big men. But the Undertaker is in his 50s.
Right.
Okay.
And he's not in
and
the best shape.
7 feet tall. Like you said, not in the best shape.
Well, how tall is AJ? Do you know on the top of your head? He's like 6 foot.
He's around 6, yeah.
So there's no way that Undertaker's head is not going to be touching the ground already when Styles gets him up.
I mean, AJ will do a heck of a job selling. It's just a matter of how the Undertaker is going to make AJ look.
Right. It's very limiting. Well,
yeah.
I'm trying to think of what other matches. Like, that's what I feel like with Roman and Goldberg. That's what we're going to get is a match that Roman may... Well, I guess Roman's not going to be really limited because he just Superman punches and spears. But my concern is if Goldberg's going to last a match that's past 5 minutes. Can he actually do it? Like, if he stretches it and makes it interesting where both guys are on the mats, like, sweating and, like exhausted, I might be bought in.
Right.
But if it's, like you said, like the Brock matches throughout the years, suplexes, spear, all right, it's over. Yeah. Okay, moving on. That'd be it. If that's it, this belt's going to stay like that.
Yeah.
In my opinion. But if it turns out to be the great match, like I said, big fight feel, two guys, one guy was one of the most dominant wrestlers of all time, the other guy could be one of the most dominant wrestlers of all time, going at it, then I'd be like, okay, they fixed it. They fixed their problem. They fixed the issue. But we have to see. If Goldberg is going to be old man Goldberg and not, what was his streak at when he lost? I'll just say WCW Goldberg.
It was 200 something.
I just don't care. Yeah. I'll just shut it off and move on.
Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be a test. It's going to be...
Sorry for my rant.
I'm not going to say it's make or break, but it's really going to...
Oh, it feels like it.
It's really going to be eye-opening, I think.
It's the fourth quarter, and AEW has a pretty good lead right now.
Yeah, it's just going to be...
They're the 49ers. I'll give them that.
What's going to be their answer to Mania, I think, is going to be the biggest thing. And for WWE, what are they going to do to make sure AEW is just there? Because when WrestleMania is going to be WWE dominated that whole 2-3 weeks. Okay,
right.
What's AEW going to do in order to get themselves in the door, and what's WWE going to do in order to suppress AEW?
Because they're not doing a good job right now.
Yeah.
AEW's
ratings show that.
AEW's on their horses and they're infiltrating the WWE's kingdom.
Yeah.
The kingdom doors, going right through them. And the WWE's like, all right, Goldberg, go do it. Go help us out. This is our response. And then AEW's like, all right, well, thanks. John Moxley's going to go win the AEW championship, and people are going to go crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. A lot of things can happen. A lot of things, good or bad, can happen. We'll have to see what happens.
The only thing they can fix this, Chris, is if CM Punk came back and faced Braun or Andrade for their respective championships. But that won't happen.
Dreaming. Okay.
I'm praying.
All right. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. It'll be fun. I can't wait. Mania season is always fun.
I can wait.
It's after Mania season that whether or not it's worth all the hype, we'll have to wait and see. So again, see what AEW does to answer, see what WWE does to try to suppress it. It's going to be a fun fight. Can't wait for it.
Yeah, let's just hope that what we are saying here, WWE is listening and makes the adjustments needed because, like you said, WrestleMania can make or break WWE and their soon-to-be war with AEW. And if they don't stop the war now, Chris, I don't think they'll be able to stop them.
I don't know.
I think AEW will run with it like a freight train.
Yeah. We'll have to see what happens. All right, that's going to do it for us here on this episode of the Chet-Plex Wrestling Podcast. For Andrew Mild, I'm Chris Seacrest. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.